Hello, my name is Mia Bouzaidan. I'm the chairwoman of Netflix, and today we're going to go over the strategic overview of Netflix along with the other executives at the company, Stephanie, Lamis, Lara, Leila, and Rano. Yes, can you please get me a coffee? Thank you. So our agenda for today, I'm going to go over the company and we're going to discuss different frameworks with different executives. For the company overview, Netflix was founded in 1997 in the US. It started as a DVD by mail and now it is pure digital streaming. It's operating in 190 plus countries and it offers series, films, documentaries, and games in many different genres and languages. And it's subscription model based with different plans. The value that we're creating for our users, it is very affordable on-demand entertainment. For our creators, it is a global platform and stage for them. Our investors, it is a very steady revenue that's coming in. And for our partners, we're boosting sales of devices, telco bundles, as well as co-produced content. Our mission is very simple. It's to entertain the world. And for our vision, it is to build on that mission. Our SWOT analysis includes first the strengths. It is a strong global brand, smart recognition of algorithms, and popular original shows. Our weaknesses are high cost of making content and the fact that many users are canceling quickly. Our opportunities are also including expanding into games, live events, and local content. And our threats are tough competition along with different rules and restrictions in each country. And these are the levers that I will monitor the most as the chairwoman. So now moving on to our CS.
Hello, I'm Stephanie, the Chief Strategy Officer for our team, and I'll be presenting the strategic environment surrounding Netflix. Starting with Porter's Five Forces, rivalry in the streaming industry is extremely high. Netflix competes with Disney, HBO Max, Prime Video, Apple TV, and many regional platforms. The threat of substitutes is also high. Audiences can easily shift to YouTube, TikTok, gaming, or traditional TV. The threat of new entrants is moderate. While building a global streaming platform requires huge capital, major tech firms can still enter and scale quickly. Buyer power is high because consumers can cancel at any time and they react strongly to price increases. Supplier power is moderate to high since studios, creators, and talent can demand high licensing or production fees. Moving to Bestel analysis, politically, Netflix must adapt to censorship regulations across countries. Economically, inflation and currency shifts impact subscription revenues. Socially, global viewers are demanding more local and diverse content. Technologically, Netflix relies on heavy AI algorithms and top tier streaming capabilities. Environmentally, it faces pressure to lower data center energy uses. Legally, it must comply with copyright licensing and strict data privacy laws worldwide.
As the HR of Netflix, I'll be presenting the VRAI analysis of Netflix by looking at 7 key tangible and intangible resources. First, we have Netflix streaming platform infrastructure, which is valuable, rare, hard to imitate, and fully supported by the organization, giving it a sustained competitive advantage. The same applies to Netflix global distribution network, which allows it to operate in over 190 countries. When it comes to content, Netflix's large content library is valuable, but only partly rare and imitable because competitors can also produce originals. This means it offers only a temporary competitive advantage. For intangible resources, we have Netflix brand reputation, which stands out as valuable, rare, and very hard to imitate, providing another sustained advantage. Its data and recommendation algorithms are also extremely powerful. They personalize viewing, reduce churn, and are nearly impossible for competitors to copy or imitate due to years of accumulated data. Netflix's relationship with content creators are valuable, but they're not entirely rare or imitable, so they provide a temporary advantage. Finally, we have Netflix's organizational culture built on freedom and responsibility, which is both rare and difficult to imitate, making it another sustained competitive advantage.
Marketing officer, one of my core responsibilities is deciding where we invest, grow, and scale back, and that's exactly what the BCG matrix helps us do. So at the company level, Netflix is clearly a star. We have one of the largest global market shares in the streaming industry, which is still expanding. But not everything inside Netflix before is the same. So our cash cows are the US, UK, and Canadian markets. This is because they're mature, stable, and they generate enough cash to fund future investments. Netflix gaming and live content are question marks. They have high growth potential, but they're still developing, and they're long-term bets. And our dogs are older licensed content, which means I limit spending there and shift investment elsewhere. So my job is to move cash from mature markets into originals and innovation, and that's how Netflix stays future ready. When I position Netflix in the market, I make one thing clear. We do not compete on being the cheapest. We compete on being most valuable with our experience. So our values come from exclusive content, global storytelling, personalization algorithms, and interface people genuinely enjoy using. And our scope is broad. We serve multiple countries, all age groups, every genre from drama to documentaries to anime. So strategically, Netflix is a differentiator with a global reach combined with its unique distinctive values. This slide helps show our competitive strategy become an economic reality. I'm successful only if value Netflix creates exceeds the cost and the gap is larger than our competition. So compared to Paramount Plus, we deliver more value at nearly the same cost through stronger content and better recommendations, putting them at a disadvantage. Compared to Apple TV Plus, we have the similar perceived quality, but lower operating costs due to scale and platform efficiency. This gives us the advantage. My job is to make sure Netflix always has a stronger value gap. So Netflix doesn't win by cutting corners. We win by delivering more value per dollar than anyone else in the industry.
For Cage, cultural distance affects Netflix through language differences requiring dubbing and subtitles, different content tastes like Bollywood or K-dramas, cultural sensitivities, and varying viewing habits. For administrative and political distance, this includes censorship rules, content quotas like EU's 30%, different licensing systems, and closed markets such as China. Geographic distance covers differences in broadband speed, the need for local servers to reduce latency, global time zone challenges, and cross-continent production. Finally, economic distance involves income gaps requiring tiered pricing, limited payment access, strong local competitors, and high piracy risk. Moving into Porter's Diamond, factor conditions favor Netflix because the US has strong tech talent, Hollywood creatives, solid digital infrastructure, and access to capital. For firm strategy, structure, and rivalry, this refers to competition with Hulu, HBO, and Amazon, which pushes Netflix to innovate. Demand conditions come from a large US market that adopted streaming early and expects high personalization. And finally, for related industries, this includes Hollywood studios, cloud providers like AWS, CDN, and telecom partners, all of which support Netflix's global scale.
So, as the CFO, I thought it was important to highlight the integration responsiveness framework because it directly affects how Netflix balances cost efficiency with market adaptation, which are core financial priorities. So, Netflix is a clear example of a transnational strategy because it faces high pressure for cost reduction and high pressure for local responsiveness at the same time. So on the global integration side, which is the cost reduction, Netflix operates one unified global platform and brand with the same app and interface everywhere. So our technology is fully centralized. The recommendation engine, streaming infrastructure, and new product features are all built and deployed worldwide. So we also invest in content at a global scale. So a show like Stranger Things is produced once, but the cost is distributed across hundreds of millions of subscribers, creating powerful economies of scale. This is how we manage high pressure for cost reduction. However, on the local responsiveness side, Netflix adapts heavily to each market. We produce local language originals such as Squid Game and Money Heist, and we tailor pricing, payment methods, dubbing, and subtitles, and even the catalog based on local regulations and preferences. These factors reflect strong pressure to adapt to local cultural and regulatory differences. So overall, Netflix must balance global efficiency with local responsiveness, which is exactly why we align with the transnational strategy and the integration responsiveness framework.